If you were the President of the United States, who would you have as your bodyguard? You thought exactly my thoughts as well. Sinbad. But this is the President we are talking about, so instead, he will be watching over the President's son, Luke Davenport. First kid. This is a pretty interesting concept for a movie, to see how the President's son lives his life in the White House and what happens when he goes places. You would think that would be awesome. He has this cool room and gets the top ranked security watching over him. It's too bad he's such a brat. That's how he gets his first bodyguard Woods fired when they are shopping at the mall. I mean, this guy is just trying to do his job, and Luke makes it difficult. So when you see he gets attitudes towards Luke, you kinda understand his frustration, but that's how we get Sinbad. I mean, Sammy Sims. It's hard not to say Sinbad. I mean, come on, Sinbad, one of the funniest people ever to be in movies. The movie is called First Kid, so it seems like it's all about Luke Davenport. But when the executive producer of the movie is Sinbad, you have final say for what goes in the movie. At least I think that's how it works. There are times where it looks like Sinbad takes the spotlight for laughs. Like this scene, Luke's parents want to talk to him, which they do, but we are distracted by Sims trying to put Luke's pet snake back in the background. Throughout the movie, Sims and Luke start to bond and get along well. They didn't at first. Luke was just being his normal difficult self, making Sims look bad, but they talk, and Sims realizes Luke is not happy and just wants to do kid stuff. I mean, he says he's never kissed a girl, so that right there is when we suddenly feel for him. That's nearly the whole movie. Luke gets into fights with the kid from Home Improvement, and one of his classmates, Katie, shows interest in him, which he develops a crush for. We see Sims almost becoming like a father figure to Luke since his parents are always doing president stuff. Since Luke doesn't have any friends, he chats with his online buddy. Seeing this is a huge time capsule, the internet in the very early stages having a screen name and messaging someone else. I didn't start doing this until 5 years after First Kid released. I feel that's when instant messaging hit its peak level. But not only does it show chatting online, it also informs that it could be dangerous. Sinbad even mentions that to Luke early on. At the end of the movie, Luke runs away because Sims is fired for sneaking out Luke to the dance to see Katie and beat up Rob, the home improvement kid. So Luke runs away and meets his online friend at the mall. It turns out to be Woods that was chatting with him online. Now that I never saw coming. That was so early on in the movie, and he was brushed off quickly. We last saw him in the bar drinking his life away, and then it was just wacky scenes and Sims and Luke bonding. Then out of nowhere he wants to kill Luke? It just heats up so quickly. But if you listen to Wood's reason, you can understand where he's coming from, and you feel bad for him. Now we know killing is never the answer, but he makes some good points, and Luke got him fired and his wife left him and ruined everything about his life. You sympathize for Woods, but in the end, Sinbad saves the day and gets his job back being with Luke. If this movie didn't have Sinbad, I don't think it would be as memorable. I would still seen it since it's a Disney movie from the 90s, but having Sinbad does make it a lot funnier and better. I don't even care that this movie was directed by a Sandlot director. That explains why Babe Ruth is in it. He sure loves having him in his movies, huh? And since remember Sinbad is the executive producer, he makes himself look cool and made sure he has all the funniest lines. Let's take a look at all of them, or at least most of them. We talked about the snake scene. Then there's the re-election party where Luke unleashes his snake to cause a scare, and Sinbad is there to get it. When Sinbad is teaching boxing to Luke, this other dude asks him to punch the bag, and he goes flying off screen. When Rob is teasing Sinbad in the classroom, he shoots a spitball so Sinbad shoots a fatter one right back on the cheek. When Luke is asking Katie to dance, Sinbad is talking to Luke through an earpiece and saying funny stuff. When Luke doesn't know how to dance, so Sinbad teaches him showing off all his moves. And to top it off, the ice skating rink where he wears a pizza soda costume and just falls and hits the wall everywhere, instead of focusing on Luke trying to see what Katie is doing. But hey, if it had to be any comedian or funny guy, Sinbad is the only one where we are okay with him taking the spotlight.
This is a black tie affair.
I know, sir, and I got it covered. I'm black, and I'm wearing a tie.
Don't go there.
Sorry, sir.